Hello, family. Today is one of those days that feels like a real turning point, and I am so excited to dive deep into it with all of you. The breaking news that just dropped. King Charles and Queen Camilla hosted Prince Harry, Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet at Highgrove House this afternoon for a private family occasion. After years of distance, headlines, and speculation, this moment finally happened. Harry was coming straight from the Invictus Games event in Birmingham, and shortly afterward, the whole family came together at Highgrove. No photos released, no big statements, just a quiet, private gathering that so many of us have been hoping for. And as we said before, we do respect Prince Harry and Meghan's decision. This is huge. For the first time in 4 years, King Charles got to spend real, in-person time with his grandchildren, Archie and Lilibet, and they've grown up mostly away from the UK side of the family. The last time the king saw them in person was back during the Platinum Jubilee celebrations in 2022. Not sure if Lilibet was there. A lot has happened since then, but today shows that family bonds can still find a way through the noise. Let me walk you through what we know so far. Prince Harry had been in the UK for the Invictus Games countdown events. He was out there in Birmingham, engaging with veterans, playing wheelchair rugby, showing that incredible energy and commitment he always brings to the cause. Meghan wasn't at the public events this time, which many outlets noted, but she and the children clearly joined for this private moment. Buckingham Palace confirmed it this evening, a private family occasion at Highgrove. That's the king's beloved country home in Gloucestershire, the place he's poured so much love into with his gardens and his organic initiatives. It feels right that a reunion like this would happen there, somewhere personal, away from the formal walls of Buckingham Palace or Windsor. For those of us who have followed Harry and Meghan's journey closely, this news brings a mix of emotions: relief, happiness, and a sense of validation. So many times over the past few years, the narrative has been dominated by drama, leaks, and one-sided briefings. But here we are, seeing that behind the scenes, efforts were being made. Reports in the days leading up hinted that Harry was working hard to make this reunion possible. He wanted his father to see the children, and he wanted Archie and Lilibet to spend time with their grandfather. That speaks volumes about Harry's character. He's always been about family, even when things got tough. And yet, through all of that, Harry has never closed the door on his family. He's spoken with love about his father and his brother in interviews. He's made it clear that he wants his children to know both sides of their heritage. Today's meeting feels like a quiet acknowledgement of that. King Charles, despite his own health challenges and the heavy responsibilities on his shoulders, made time for this. At 77, he's navigating his role as monarch while dealing with personal matters. The fact that he hosted them at Highgrove says a lot. It's not a cold, official setting. It's home. I love how this was kept private. No photo ops, no staged leaks, just a family getting together. In a world where everything royal seems to get spun for headlines, this feels genuine. Sources close to the situation emphasized it was a private family occasion, and no further information or photographs will be released. That respects the children especially. Archie and Lilibet deserve normalcy and privacy as they grow up in California. For Harry, this trip to the UK has been a busy one. The Invictus Games work is so important to him. It started from his own experiences in the military, seeing the power of sport in recovery and rehabilitation for wounded veterans. The upcoming games in Birmingham will be a massive event, and Harry's hands-on involvement shows his dedication hasn't wavered. Even amid personal family matters, he's out there pushing this mission forward. That balance is admirable. Meghan, meanwhile, has been building her own path. From the Archwell Foundation to her lifestyle brand and creative projects, she's focused on impact and authenticity. The way they parent together as a team is something I really respect. They've created a life in California that allows them more freedom while still honoring Harry's royal roots when it matters. Of course, not everyone is celebrating this news the same way. Some commentators are already trying to spin it, questioning motives or suggesting it's damage control. But that's the same pattern we've seen for years. Whenever Harry and Meghan do something positive or move forward, certain parts of the media try to find an angle that paints them negatively. I think today's meeting cuts through that. It shows that despite the books, the interviews, and the distance, family can still come together. Reconciliation doesn't have to be loud or public. Sometimes it's a quiet afternoon at Highgrove. Let's talk about what this might mean going forward. It opens the door for more contact, maybe future visits, more opportunities for the children to know their UK relatives. King Charles has always spoken warmly about his grandchildren, and this must have been a joyful moment for him. Queen Camilla was there too, which adds another layer of family warmth. Relationships evolve, and this feels like a step in a healthier direction. For the Sussex supporters out there, and I know there are so many of you watching, this is validation. We supported Harry and Meghan because we see their humanity. We see Harry as the prince who served in Afghanistan, who founded Invictus, who lost his mother young and still carries that with grace. We see Meghan as the bright, talented woman who brought fresh energy and then faced unfair attacks. Their decision to step back was about protecting their mental health and building a better future for their family. Today's meeting doesn't erase the past challenges, but it shows progress. I want to spend some time reflecting on their achievements since stepping back. Archwell has done incredible work in mental health, community support, and humanitarian causes. The Netflix projects, including the documentary that gave insight into their story, reached millions. Harry's memoir, Spare, became one of the fastest-selling books ever because people connected with the real person behind the title. Then there's the continued Invictus work, the polo events for charity, the environmental initiatives. Harry and Meghan are out there living their values, not just talking about them. Parenting in the spotlight, or away from it, isn't easy. They've shielded Archie and Lilibet remarkably well. The children have privacy that senior royals rarely get. They get to have playdates, explore nature, and grow up without daily paparazzi chases. That's a gift. Today's meeting at Highgrove probably felt special because it was chosen, not forced by obligation. Public reaction online has been mixed, as always, but the supportive voices are loud. Fans are posting messages of hope, celebrating the grandparent-grandchildren bond. It's heartwarming to see. In a divided world, moments like this remind us of shared humanity. Let me expand on the Invictus side, because it's such a big part of why we admire Harry. The games aren't just sports. They're about resilience, community, and showing that life after injury can be full and purposeful. Harry founded it in 2014, inspired by his time with wounded soldiers. Watching him participate in events, even casually, like the pickleball or rugby demos, shows his commitment. He doesn't just attend, he engages. That energy carries over into fatherhood, too. You can imagine him telling Archie and Lilibet stories about service and perseverance. Meghan's influence has been powerful as well. Her advocacy for women, for racial justice, for mental health, it resonates because it's genuine. The way she and Harry complement each other as partners is evident. They've built something meaningful together. Looking back at the timeline, the road hasn't been smooth. From the engagement announcement, the wedding that captivated the world, to the birth of Archie, then the move to North America during the pandemic. There were tours, projects, and then the shift. Each chapter had its joys and struggles. The media frenzy was unrelenting, headlines every day, often twisted. Yet they kept going, focusing on what mattered. This Highgrove meeting feels like a full-circle moment in some ways. Highgrove has history. It's where Charles developed his passion for sustainability, a value Harry shares. Maybe they talked about that. Gardens, nature, the simple things. Family conversations that go beyond headlines. For Archie and Lilibet, meeting their grandfather and Camilla creates continuity. They have their life in California, perhaps with animals, creativity, and freedom, but roots in Britain too. That blend of cultures and experiences will shape them into unique individuals. I truly believe this is just the beginning. More private visits could follow, maybe holidays or milestones. The royal family is complex, with duties and traditions, but at its core, it's still family. King Charles has shown through his reign a desire for a more modern, inclusive monarchy. Welcoming the Sussexes privately fits with that. To all the critics who said bridges were burned forever, today proves otherwise. Harry has always extended an olive branch. He said in interviews that he loves his family and wants them in his children's lives. Actions speak louder, and today was an action. In the past, some meetings or interactions were leaked or photographed strategically. Keeping this one under wraps respects everyone involved, especially the children. It sets a positive precedent. As someone who supports Harry and Meghan fully, I see this as them living on their terms while keeping important connections alive. They left the institution, but not the family ties entirely. That balance is tough, but they're navigating it with dignity. Thinking about the broader picture, the monarchy itself benefits from this. It shows adaptability. Public interest in the royals remains high, and positive family stories warm hearts. For younger generations, seeing reconciliation matters. Harry's military background and service continue to inspire. From his time in the army to Invictus, he's a role model for many veterans and young people. Meghan's pre-royal career as an actress and advocate brought a fresh perspective. Together, they represent modern royalty redefined. I could talk for hours about why this matters. It's not just celebrity gossip, it's about human relationships under extraordinary pressure. Supporters like you and me have been here through it all, the good, the challenging, the groundbreaking. Channels and communities built around positive coverage have helped counter the negativity. Today's news is one we celebrate together. To wrap up this deep dive, let's celebrate this moment. King Charles and Queen Camilla hosting Harry, Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet at Highgrove. A private, meaningful afternoon. 4 years in making in many ways, yet perfectly timed. It reminds us that family can heal. Progress is possible, and Harry and Meghan's choices have led them to a place where they can embrace both their independence and their roots. Thank you for watching and being part of the supportive community. We'll keep following the Sussex journey with positivity and truth. Until next time, take care and stay inspired.